You're probably wondering, Justin, no movie tonight? You didn't even react to Friday the 13th. Listen, I uploaded a little story for y'all, alright? It's about like 11 minutes and 6 seconds. Go and check that out. But today, we're going to be looking at some scary animations. It's been a little while, man. How long has it been since we checked out a scary animation? I mean, like, it's only been a month since the last one, but I mean, like, how many, like, more than just one animation have we seen? That's been, like, for a whole 2 years, a year and a half. So on the last channel, we used to do that with Saturday's Fright. But anyways, guys, let's get it in. By the way, Saturday's Fright, last episode of season 4, coming right at you pretty soon. It's gonna be a little bit of a longer episode, so it's gonna take a while to get me to get together. But without further ado, let's get into these scary animations. True creepy stalker horror story anime.
When I was around 14 years old, I always went on the internet, and I had this app called Discord. After a while of having Discord, I met a boy named Luke.
I already don't like Luke already.
We started talking for a while, and one day, he asked me what I looked like. Without thinking, I sent him a picture of me.
Bro, why would you do that? You don't even know what he looked
my
like.
Long dark hair and how I did my eyeliner. I just said thanks, thinking nothing of it. Around a week later, he told me that he loved me, and I felt the same way about him.
Y'all
We
even
had so
made
much
it.
in
What?
common. Luke was very good looking too. He had a different style from normal people.
There's no way you can
More
think
or
he's
less,
good looking. He got a mask
he
over his
wore the
face. What he
color
trying to
black.
hide?
A while later, I realized it started becoming too much for me. He would always ask me personal questions like where I lived, and I told him I lived in California. He also lived in California and said he wanted to run away and meet me.
What?
He said that our
Run
relationship
away?
was going to get real. We kept talking every day, and
Nah, he getting a
was
little
so
pushy. I don't know about
overprotective
that.
and would text me every few minutes. One day, I was home alone because my parents were on a trip to celebrate their 20th anniversary. I
Alright.
didn't mind until it became nighttime. It was so dark outside, and it gave me the chills. I decided to close all the windows and make sure that the doors were locked. I sat in the
Alright,
living
smart
room
move, smart move. Make
and
sure the doors and
watched
windows be
some
locked,
TV.
y'all.
After around 20 minutes, I heard a knocking sound coming from the window behind me.
The frick?
I realized I didn't pull the blinds open.
Bro, why she got the blinds open, bro?
Playing tricks on me.
Or the curtains?
I got up and went to the window. As I got closer, my heart kept beating faster and faster. I looked
Nah,
out the
you
window.
wanted Luke to come to your
No one
house.
was
I
there.
bet that's him right now.
So I just closed it with the blinds and sat back down.
Why she keep saying blinds? Those are
I got a
curtains.
message from Luke.
I'm starting to
He
get
said,
heated, like, bro.
let's meet up now. I told him I was busy and that I couldn't, but he said that I wasn't and that he could see me.
Nah, see, I'm
I felt
deleting
so
your contact
afraid
and I'm
told
calling
him
the
to stop
police.
scaring me because I was home alone, which I really shouldn't have told him.
Why would you say
I
that?
asked him how he knew where I lived, and he told me that he looked on Snapchat and found my exact location so he could meet up with me whenever he wanted.
Nah.
I was so afraid. I heard a knock on the door, and a teen boy's voice tell me to open the door.
A teen voice
Sounded
voice?
so
Oh,
attractive,
wow.
and I knew that it had to be Luke. I stayed still and didn't know what to do. I was home alone, and no one could defend me when I'm alone. I texted him and told him to leave me alone now. Luke knocked again.
See, he ain't left at that point. Police getting called.
I finally got up and opened the door.
What?
There he was, standing there, ever so
Heck nah. Get out.
smiled and bit his lip and invited himself in. I told him several times to leave, but he didn't listen.
Nah.
Then he went quiet, and I tapped his back. He ripped his mask off to reveal all the scars he had around his lips. I froze in shock and told him
Why
to
does mouth
please
look like
leave
that?
now. I was so angry, I didn't even care. Then he smiled creepily and ran downstairs to the kitchen, and I ran after him. He was holding a knife and then ran after
Hey,
me.
leave the house.
I ran outside, hid in the bushes, and called 911 as fast as I could. The police arrived quickly. They found him. But what was even more creepy was that he smirked at me when they took him into their car. I called my parents shortly after and
Bruh, you
told them
going to
everything,
jail. What
and
you
they
looking at
came
me
home.
for? I wouldn't be
I
smiling
never
if I
want to
were
stay
you.
home alone again. It creeps me out. I deleted Discord and blocked him before I did. Having an internet boyfriend will haunt me forever. And I will never forget the creepy smirk he gave me.
Bro, she wanted that. Why would she let him in? She was trying to die. She was like, I want you, Luke. Take me out now. My friend attacked me.
When I was 10, I was the recipient of a cruel betrayal. I was a girl who was shy and didn't trust many others.
You don't sound shy. You sound like you a freaking emo kid,
For
bro.
privacy, I'll call him Charlie. He was also 10, and so shy he barely ever spoke. The teacher was very hard on him, constantly yelling at Charlie to speak up when called on in class, or to read book chapters out loud. I took pity on him and befriended him. For a year or two,
Do I hate it when
things were
teachers
good.
do that, bro?
Then I learned he became a
I be
member of
wanting
the
to smack the freak out my
I
teacher for
didn't
doing
believe it
that.
until the betrayal happened. He hadn't gone to school that Friday, which concerned me. I was walking home from school with my mom and my younger brother. At a stop sign on 7th Street, it happened. I took off my glasses to wipe a smudge when something hit me.
Whoa!
My left eye felt like I was hit by a baseball. I bent with a groan of pain, alerting my mother. She asked me to look at her. When I did, her face was in pure shock. As my dad was at work and unreachable, we had a neighbor drive us to the hospital. There, I learned I'd been hit with a BB, striking the side of my eye. The doctor told us had I been looking forward, it would have blinded me.
Oh my
2
god!
months at least, I had to endure endless treatments and had to wear an
Somebody
eye
would just
patch.
run around with a
I also
BB gun? What the
endured
freak?
comments from students making pirate jokes. The day before my eye was healed and I no longer needed the patch, I learned who shot me. He confessed after seeing me with the patch. I was brought to the principal's office where I could see him before he was sent to juvenile hall. When I saw him, I felt like exploding. Sitting on a chair, handcuffed, was Charlie. He was staring at his feet, face ashamed. In a choked voice, I managed, "Charlie, why? I was your friend.
Dang.
You hurt me bad, you know?" He could only
Not to mention
shrug.
she's a girl, bro.
I
You
asked
shot her in
him
the face.
When he did, I lifted my eye patch. I knew it wasn't a pretty sight. I leaned in, nose to
Oh!
Get a good look at me, Charlie. I want you to see what you did. And I want you to know I'll never forget this. You did this. I hope you will always remember what
Yo, she look possessed, bro. Chill.
Never apologized. I recovered completely with only a tiny defect in my left eye's vision. I didn't see Charlie again until almost 18 years later. My brother and I were visiting our old town of Downey after moving almost 10 years earlier. We visited a nearby mall that was a favorite of ours as kids. In the food court, I waited while my brother used the bathroom. Glancing at a Hawaiian barbecue shop, I paused. A young man with his back to me looked strangely familiar. When he turned to hand a customer a food tray, there was no doubt. It was Charlie.
Yo.
He was shaggy looking, looked like he had a rough life. When I saw his left eye, I gasped. He was wearing an eye patch. I approached and called his name. "Charlie?" He practically jumped, saw me, and sadly smiled. "Hiya, Jane." I asked him, pointing to my own eye. "What happened, Charlie?" He told me. After he'd left juvenile hall at 17, he'd gone back to his old house on 7th Street to rebuild his life. He was living with his mother, as his father had died while he was in juvenile hall.
Dang.
In his backyard, he was shooting cans with his old BB gun when it happened. A pellet had ricocheted off
My
his
god.
left eye dead center. In the hospital, he'd been told the damage was too great. He'd lost the eye.
Yo.
I didn't believe him until for a second he lifted the eye patch. I saw, to my horror, an empty socket. With a sigh, he whispered, "I'm so very sorry, Jane. You weren't really my target. I got a lesson in karma. Please forgive me."
Yo.
I reached out and hugged him,
My
whispering,
dude was just trying to hit targets.
Charlie. I left with my brother shortly afterwards. I caught up with Charlie and he did better later. In time, He started working in an office, and also married and had children. I was glad he turned his life around, but he had to learn a lesson or two to gain what he needed.
The last one for today is called True Pool Horror Story, animated. Let's get it in.
It was the summer before 9th grade. I was at my friend's family pool party, and there were tons of people there. At one point, while my friend to get some sodas for us, a man came up to me. I didn't recognize him, but
Bro, she talking heck low.
it made sense for me to not know everyone there. He smiled at me. He looked as though he hadn't shaved in days, and his eyes never looked quite directly at me.
Bro,
I stepped back.
what is he?
Feeling uncomfortable. Hello, he said. Hi, I replied. What's your name?
My name is none of your business. Get away from me, bro.
Hurt, seeing as we were surrounded by tons of people in my friend's backyard. I'm Carly, I said. What's yours?
How would you tell him that? He already got some sort of psychological lifetime obsession with you, bro.
Some of my discomfort eased. I'm her parents' friend. He continued, stepping closer.
You don't look like that.
His eyes weren't
Sir, you
focused.
look like you just got out of prison 10 days ago.
Though it was early in the day. I grew them more uncomfortable and stepped away, waving goodbye awkwardly. When I turned around, he was gone. I told Lily about this, and she mentioned it to her parents. Her parents said that they didn't know Rick, which kind of freaked me out. But they told me that it could have been one of their friends who pulled him over. So I shrugged it off and assumed everything was fine. After the party ended, Lily and I were having a sleepover at her house. Her parents had gone over to visit her elder sister to take some leftovers to her, since she had not been feeling well and couldn't attend the party.
Bro, why is they still outside, bro?
Older brother.
After that, I don't think I'm outside no more.
Playing a game in her bedroom when her dad called her. He asked her to please go and turn off the pool lights, since he had forgotten.
So, do you want me to go outside and turn off the pool lights? Bro, that's setting them up to get murdered and
A
kidnapped.
text from another
Well,
friend.
not in that order, but kidnapped and murdered, you know what I mean.
Once she was finished, we stepped back inside, locked the door, and went back upstairs to continue playing our game. At one point, Lily asked me to make sure the curtains were closed properly, and when I did, I happened to look outside, and I noticed that all the pool lights were on again.
What? Who the frick in the pool?
I asked, getting a strange feeling.
So you didn't see that?
You turned off the pool.
Yeah, the lights is back on, but who was in the pool swimming?
Yeah, I did.
They say bro, them suckers said we finding Nemo.
Swimming laps in the pool, even though we couldn't see his face. It's probably just Cody.
Nah,
I
bruh.
replied, speaking.
Why would Cody be swimming in the pool with his clothes on? Bro, if you were Cody, would you still be swimming in the pool, bro? With your clothes on? Even if you weren't Cody, would you swim in the pool with your clothes on, bro? This man has got his shirt on, probably the same shorts he had on from earlier, fully dressed, swimming in the pool. Oh, it's Cody.
Back door, waiting behind.
Yeah, I'm sure Cody doesn't have brown hair.
His head bobbing in the water.
Bro, look at this man in the water. He a shark, bro.
Any moment.
He waiting for his prey.
Then I looked up at one of the windows of the house. The curtains were open. Suddenly, I saw the face of Cody illuminated.
Heck no, run back inside right now.
I grasped Lily's arm, and we both knew the person in the pool was not, in fact, Cody. We had
Run!
phones with us in case we would get wet. And if we ran back around, there was a chance the stranger could see us before we got back to the house. We
Full
tried to
on
wake the
sprint! He's in the
see
pool!
us. Suddenly, splashing in the pool stopped.
Aw, heck
From
no.
front, I could hear each of my pants.
Y'all should have took off the second y'all saw that.
A hand suddenly gripped my
What?
arm and flung me forward, and I screamed, and Lily did as well. I looked up, and there was Rick. His facial expression.
Oh! Why are you doing his fingers like that? He trying to get lit.
I yelled.
How old is
My
she,
mouth
bro?
was filled with water
What?
as he chucked me in the pool, and he actually held me underwater. I choked for breath. I
Bruh,
realized he had
this
grabbed
man
his
is a
arm as
cold-blooded murderer. He's really trying to kill her, though.
He was strong and clearly ill. He yelled, "Time to swim!" Somehow Louis managed to kick him in the
Bro, this
face hard
man.
enough to run away.
Right, I was about to say something. Why she ain't do something to him?
To hold me.
Ain't no way she ran back in the house and left her friend out there to get drunk. Bro, she a gangster. Bro. Bro, where she belong to, bro? Bro, she ain't no friend, bro. She from the hood, bro. Ain't no way she a white girl.
Questioned me, but he was never found. I will never forget that moment. I thought I was truly going to die. Nor will I forget those creepy, unfocused eyes. From then on, I've been terrified to be outside at night, especially in a pool.
Bro, mans came back. Oh, bro, say here, let me show you this thing. What? Hey, so, that was some 3 horror stories. You guys really enjoyed those as much as I did. Well, I don't know what we're gonna react to next time, but hey, I'm just pretty much doing this as I go along. I'm coming up with ideas, do something fun other than just movie reactions. So, if you guys love this video, guys, let's go. Now, peace, everybody. God bless. Let's get it.